Good afternoon, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is the weekly trade ideas update for the week of January 13th, Monday, January 13th. So we're going to start off and review a couple of these and then see where we're at. One of them, we've got a new one that we're kind of monitoring. I think I may have mentioned it on Thursday or Friday, I'm not sure. But let's start off with Apache. We've been in this for a while, have not gotten stopped out, but this thing needs to pop now. And I'm still looking at, watching it close below the 2-day low, which is, below this point. We've got the 10 over the 20 here now, and so I'm a little more optimistic that this thing may get a little bit of steam and get going. It still bothers me some that the 20 is below the 50. I don't like that situation, but that's been the situation many times before on this stock where it's broken up and out of that. Now, the other thing is I've got a wave count here. This is my best assessment of the situation, and I think we're in a third wave with 1 and a 2. And if we're in 3 out of 3, then this thing does need to get going. And I do think in the third wave, if I'm doing a count, this would be 1, and we have a sideways 2. And that we've started 3, but so this was like a little 1 and the pullback. This needs to go. So I got a feeling it's going to happen Monday, Tuesday if it's going to happen. So we'll watch and see. The next one I want to talk about. Okay, Caterpillar is not a trade I'm recommending right now, but I was really tempted. I almost did because this kind of gives me a little bit of a signal here. That I was really tempted to take at Friday's close at 90.51, but here's why I'm not taking it. Because I think it's extended already. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably 5, and it may not be going very far. And here's why. When I look at this move here, this move is from 79.5 basically up to basically 90.5, so about 11 points, okay? And this has gone 11 points, 81.87 to 91.8. Well, it's gone 10 points, okay? So it could push a little bit higher, but the marginal gain is not worth the risk here. And the other thing on CAT that bothers me, now I know it's broken this trend line, but I'm like, really, so what? You could have drawn a trend line here, and it would have broken it here, and it didn't matter. You could have drawn a trend line here and it would have broken it here and you would have been, had your head handed to you. So it's just what's going on with CAT is that it seems like it's in a big corrective sideways move here since the middle of 2011. We had this major thrust down here and we've had this three-way B move up, and now we're still in this corrective move. This is sideways correction. This entire thing is sideways correction, okay? It is not a move like this. It is not impulsive. So until I start to see something that breaks me out and gets me where I start to feel like it's impulsive, I've got something else going on, I'm just steering clear of CAT, although it's tempting because, CAT can make some nice moves. So anyway, just wanted to throw that one out there that I was tempted to look at it, tempted to go with it, but I'm going to pass on CAT. So we're going to take a look at Citrix Systems. I think we've been talking about this now. I'm adjusting the break point because this bar here became the lower low, slightly lower than these 2 points, okay? So Friday's low, slightly lower. So we get a break of this high, 60.86, and a close above the 10-day. Then I would be looking for a buy point because I think there's a good chance it could basically do like right in here and really and make a nice little pop and go. So, we've still got this gap that hasn't been closed. It's a big gap. We got about halfway there. So anyway, that's the thoughts on Citrix. And the next one I want to talk about is Facebook. The main thing on Facebook is that we're on trail of stop at a close below the 2-day low. This got up, the high, 58.96. And it's just at that, it made enough of a move that I wanted to kind of say, okay, now if it starts to fail and closes below the 2-day low, then I'm going to look to exit out of this position because I'm not sure I totally trust it, but I do think there's a chance it's going to go. So that's the stop that I'm putting into place on Facebook. And Mosaic, this trade is off on this, and I've got that on my trade. I've updated, by the way, the Trade Ideas webpage. And I basically said the setup is off, so no trade, okay? Because this closed back above the 10-day exponential moving average. I didn't get a lower close, so I didn't get a confirming close that this thing is trying to roll over just yet. So not sure what's going on with Mosaic here. It may be just doing a sideways back and forth. I don't know, but the trade setup is off on Mosaic. And the last one we just wanted to touch on is Transocean. We've been in this one also since, back when was this? About a week. Okay, so we've been a week. And the entry that the close on Friday the 6th was 48.78. Here we are at 48.53, so we're 25 cents below the entry point, or the buy signal point anyway. So again, we've got the 10 above the 20. And I would like to see this continue to push out of this consolidation. It almost looks like a little flag, so I'd like to see it push on out of here and see if we can't get this to run. If this is truly, again, a wave 3. You know, I've talked about this before, but if this is kind of messy, all right? But we got an initial move here off of a low, a significant low. And then we got this first move back down, B came back down, and this just looks like, you know, this three-wave B, and then we've got this C ending in this declining wedge triangle, and then we burst on out of here in the first wave of a wave 3 with tremendous volume and tremendous moves and a lot of gaps, typical of what you see in a wave 3. So what I would like to see is kind of a replay of this right over here, but we're not seeing it yet, but that's what I'm looking for. So anyway, I think that is it for tonight. Everyone have a great Monday, Tuesday. We'll talk to you Tuesday night. This has been Joe for Beyond the Charts. And oh, by the way, I was going to mention on the Trade Ideas webpage, I am going to try to create another sub-page in there where I move the December Trade Ideas over onto that sub-page so that when we're clearly looking at the current trades, we're looking at something for the month of January. Haven't quite figured it out yet, but that's what I'm looking at doing. So wanted to pass that on. All right. Thanks for stopping by. We will talk to you on Tuesday. Take care.